What's going on, everybody? We are back with a new game. This one, the title of it is French, and I'm not fully certain how to pronounce it, but I think it's something like Jusant. So we'll go with that unless I learn otherwise. We'll just say it's Jusant. Not really familiar with French to any particular degree, so that's my best estimate from what I could find online. I don't know much about this game except that it involves climbing and it looked cute in screenshots and there's a lot of exploration, which I like exploration. I've seen this mentioned rarely in conversations about trying to find games similar to Outer Wilds, and if it touches on anything out of that field of being similar to Outer Wilds, then that's a major win to my book. So we'll see. There might be some hiccups with controls because I spent half an hour at it and could not find any way to make the game show display prompts that actually matched my controller. I'm using an 8-bit Do controller and it has the Nintendo layout, and this game thinks I have an Xbox layout. So when it says A, I have to press B, and when it says X, I have to press Y, and vice versa. That should be fine. I've dealt with that before. It's a little bit of a disconnect, but hopefully it won't be too bad. If it annoys me too much this episode, I might make another attempt to fix it, but it didn't seem very tractable to being fixed. So we're gonna go ahead and press New Game, and I have not pressed New Game yet here. I've been in settings for a while, but this is as far as I've gotten. You know? As far as I've gotten in the game is to spend half an hour fighting settings, and I was not successful. It's a great start. Very auspicious. Let's go. All of the adorable stranded little seafaring vessels. It wins on vibes already. Get that rock, little crab. Get it. That's a quite little crab. Are we gonna climb this whole thing? If so, that's pretty wild. need to adjust my video settings. One moment. Okay, that should be better. The menu screen and the pause screen have these big black bars on the side, and I assumed that that was just the size that the game was rendering at and adjusted my recording appropriately. But now that I'm actually in control of the game, it goes side to side on my ultra widescreen monitor. So yeah, just leave the recording there for following recording. Might need to adjust the look sensitivity also. We'll see. It's interesting how this is all clearly constructed stuff, but also has this sea life looking stuff growing everywhere. Climb there. Anything else to do here before we climb? React to being walked through. It doesn't. Sad. Some of it just waves in the wind. I was hoping it would react also to being walked through. Oh man. We're way the heck up here already. Check that out. Can't say this looks like an entirely pleasant place, but cool looking. See in there? Really? Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's interesting. Not that. I keep using the right stick, and that doesn't help me at all. You move both of them with the left stick, but grab with the left and right triggers, and I kept wanting to use the right stick to move the right hand. That pop-up just went away. I didn't want that pop-up to go away. I was talking. Oh no. Oh. How do I need my carabiner. Shoot. Okay. Well, let's just... Okay. I assume we can just fall off of here, and I probably don't want to do that. I might try it and see what happens at some point after I have a save. See if there's fall damage. It would be most realistic for there to be fall damage. Not sure how much of this is vibes and how much is realism, but we'll see. We'll find out. Okay. Carabiners automatically secure the climb and show me the path to take. That's good. I'm glad there doesn't seem to be a stamina and I can take my time figuring out what I'm doing here. Much less stressful. Go this way? Given the sensitivity of the controller, I wouldn't be surprised if I end up testing the fall damage by accident at some point. It's a little touchy. I might be able to adjust that. This is kind of cool. You have to pay some attention to where your hands are going. Can't just press up the whole time. Yeah, the birds that sound like seagulls. Sounds like a seagull. Has the coloration of a seagull, but it is not. Its face is not shaped like a seagull, and seagulls don't have fluffy top knots. So it's some other cool kind of bird that, you know, maybe it's an evolved seagull in this universe. I don't know. The modern equivalent in universe. Three small icons represent secondary pythons. If they're full, they're available to use. If they're empty, they're already attached to a wall. Okay. Excuse me, bar, I don't want you in my face. Going sideways? I think I'm trying to go sideways. What? Okay. Oh, I need to... What? Okay. Holding A the whole time? I don't need to do that. Okay. I'm just trying to imagine the actual physical stamina that would need to be involved here. Apparently there is stamina now. I need to actually kind of pay attention. I need to get up there maybe to do it. It tells me to hold X to place a Titan, but it's not letting me actually do that. I'm not quite sure where it wants me to do that. Or I'm just pressing Y. That's cool. That's useful. I don't know if I wanted to do that. Okay. The rope's just sticking out of my leg. Simple here. Got this. Yeah, this. Okay. That was a little stressful. Not terribly difficult, but a little bit stressful in terms of remembering all the different controls at once. Also, check out this door. This door is cool. Yeah. I should get a door like that. Okay, so we can go farther up, but we can also go in here. We want to go in here? Is there cool stuff in here? Doesn't really look like there's anything interactable. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of ways that we can interact with things here. I can just jump. I could walk up there too, so it doesn't really matter. Ooh, what's up there? This. I can climb in here too. Well, what was the other way then? I'm asking if there's fall damage. I don't even have a health meter, so I would assume... Well, I guess there's a few possibilities. There could be a health meter that appears when there's damage taken, or it could just be... Oh, I see, this is broken. I didn't even notice that was broken. Okay. I didn't get close enough last time. We do have to go up inside. Yeah, either what I already said, or there's no fall damage, or you just friggin' die. And that's it. Okay. Don't fall. That's gonna fall, never mind. Got it. Got that? Get up there? Okay. Look cool. Oh, there's something. Another sleep turning over stones at the old delta. Harvest. 2 belay stations for parts. A good catch. That should be enough to reopen the route to the old cape. Otherwise, it's all smooth sailing. A couple of old lanterns I think I can revive. Folks used to throw this stuff away. Oh, and I finally caught an old knitting machine for Ennio, who's been asking for one for cycles. Not in great shape, but we should be able to tinker with it. Still not sure how I'm going to haul it up to low tide, though. Note to self. Stop doing business with Rem. All he does is dismantle my discoveries and sell them for parts in the Heights. He claims to be a repairman, but he's nothing but a foam salesman, that's what. Foam salesman? That makes sense if you're... it's interesting, the mix of metaphors that they're using here. Implying that this is an ocean when it's all dry and sandy. Unless this was written when it was an ocean. Because obviously there's a bunch of boats and stuff down there. So that's interesting. We'll see. Got a theme achievement. First contact, read a letter. Exciting. I'm very curious about the history of the place that we are. Pointing me back to that letter. Okay. Alright. So we can go this way, it looks like. We can get down there from here. Oh no, we can't actually. Hold on. Oh, that goes down? It doesn't go down that far and it's broken. I don't think that's actually useful. Why is this... Is it highlighted? Do I want to? I might have to. I don't see anything over here. Okay. Alright. Why are you not moving? Occasionally my controller seems to be unresponsive, which is nice. Rope can be attached to most surfaces by holding down X. Okay. What? Am I trying to go up, or am I just trying to go sideways? Probably sideways, right? Oh, it wants me to go down. Never mind. Why? What? Button down, right button. Which? Hmm? Oh, oh. Oh, okay. A bit more. Grab it? No. What am I supposed to do? Maybe we're trying to grab those? Oh yeah, we got it. Nice. Is that down where we were a bit ago? I'm not sure. I think it might be, where it was broken and we couldn't go up directly. Okay, so that looks like that goes up and there's carvings over there. Is there anything in here? Hmm? Why is it telling me to press Y there? Or is that just telling me that I can, like, easily go down there by doing that? Maybe that's all it is. I'm not sure what else it would be. Oh, there's a drawing. I am not sure what that's a drawing of. Take a screenshot of it in case it's meaningful. Review it later. Looking at those birds over there. Hanging out on the rocks. This is the sort of game where it does feel like you could get to anywhere, but I don't know that you could actually just get to anywhere. Maybe. This. What? What? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Since I was pushing the wrong button in the other room too. Bird. This unfinished. Okay. Oh no, it went away. Rude. Like there's some kind of tree there. And that doesn't look finished, but it looks like a whale with, like the swirls from a guardian from Breath of the Wild. Oh, and there's a half-finished bird over here too, or maybe it's just been eroded by time? There's a curious mix of signals here as to whether this wall is solid rock or bricks with plaster. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. The one behind the ladder looks finished, and I think actually that's the same design as what you see on the bottom one on this side, but I don't know what the top one's about. And also there was a place back here that I used the wrong button. Okay, yep. Not exceptionally useful unless I was trying to go down. Getting a little better at going up ladders. Important skill to possess, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to try to go over that way, but I'm going to investigate up here first. Something written here. Or possibly graffitied. Like a heart and a star or hash sign of some kind, and I'm not sure what the third character is supposed to be. Does not fully make sense to me. Oh hey, a thing. This. Yeek, how are things at the sawmill? Business has been slow at the restaurant. Almost no one came to the last music night, even though people are climbing down from all over. I know we don't play the shells anymore, but still. I was thinking that adding scaffolding to the side of the upside-down cliff might help steer passerby this way. I miss seeing a packed patio. Can you take care of it? I checked with low tide, and everyone agrees. Hey, Mo. Listen, these things happen. I hope one day you'll ask me to do something besides taking boats apart to make ladders. Like if I'm free for a romantic dinner or two. Anyway, all good for your scaffolding, since the village approves. I don't have much wood to choose from after that new path to the plane I had to build, but I still have a wreck or two left over. I'll get to it when the currents allow. These supposed to be names? They look the same, though. I don't think they're supposed to be names. Sort of, colored, tan-colored blocks. I'm also wondering if I should be looking at the rest of the UI in this device. None of it particularly makes sense to me, but maybe it will later, or maybe it doesn't need to. I owe you one, thanks. You're the best. By the way, do you ever run into old Sonia? I think she's rummaging around in your area right now. If you see her around, do you mind telling her I need a new hob for my oven? Mine's taking on water. How is an oven taking on water? That's confusing. In the meantime, set sail for the restaurant. I'm not sure how romantic it will be, but we can always share a half-cooked meal. Alright. What exactly was I interacting with? A canister, maybe? I don't... How was that supposed to produce that kind of message? It must be meant to be an electronic device of some kind, because nothing else makes sense. It's like, oh yeah, because it's got a saw. I'm gonna say some kind of carpentry table, but there's a saw. Got a log in half, there's planks scattered around. I'm not sure what these things are supposed to be. Coral, maybe? Like, the same blue stuff that's growing on everything? It does seem to be spreading from there. And I could imagine maybe a cross-section of one of these piles of blue stuff might look something like that. I'm not sure if coral would be the correct word, but maybe. That ladder is kaput. But I could get down easily from there if I need to. So far, I haven't seen any reason to go back. Or, I mean, for that matter, I don't really know why I would be going onward either, but... what are we doing? Oh. Okay. We get enough rope to go that way. Oh, there's a line on the wall. Okay, it's like actively helping me out here. That is not the right button. Making my rope longer when I'm trying to grab a hold of a cliff doesn't really work. Here, hold on. Hold on with your right hand. Put your left hand over there. This is a little bit complicated. There's another game I've seen that's about climbing, and I think it's called Cairn. My goodness, that looked complicated. It didn't strike me as the game I wanted to play. I'm sure it's the game somebody wants to play because it seemed very detailed about the climbing experience, but it didn't seem that correctly aligned to my interests and what I like in gameplay. Oh, I made little puffy things float. They're all gone, but... Oh. Do it again. What the heck? The heck are those things? I thought they were like mushroom spores or something, but... There's some kind of critter? I guess mushroom spores isn't really accurate either. They look more like dandelion puffs, but with a solid head. I imagine that there's some sort of analog of sea life that I'm just not that familiar with. There are so many crazy things under the ocean. So many crazy things. Oh, this is the top of the thing I saw earlier. Open that, but I don't know that that helps me unless I'm actually trying to go down. Alright. Alright, there's little fluttery glowing things up there, which I assume means that's a thing that I want to check out. It also looks like I'm going to have to climb on that. Well, I guess it makes sense. They were talking about the restaurant and the upside-down cliff. I imagine that's the upside-down cliff. It doesn't look very fun to climb. I mean, it's probably fun enough in the game, but, like, in the real world, holy heck. The rest of this climbing's difficult enough. I don't know anything about climbing, to be honest. But I imagine it's quite physically demanding. I've climbed trees, that's about it. And not since I was a kid. Okay. Go up, or am I just going sideways? Just going sideways. Probably could have gone up right there. Hold on. Could have climbed across this whole side. Oh yeah, there's a white slice for these. Or as gray for the gray ones. I called them green. That makes sense, sure. Good job, brain. Proud of you. Okay, it's just like lightning bugs around a light, kind of. Something like that. Okay. Oh goodness. Holy heck. Character is not always grabbing onto the things that I expect character to grab onto. Oh goodness, what am I jumping to? What am I even jumping to? What am I supposed to be jumping to? What grip? No grip. Nope. Why is my computer struggling on that? There we go. There we go. What is my blue goo in my bag? I remember something... Controller is still shaking. Why? I assumed it was shaking because I was running out of stamina, but it's still shaking. Sorry, I was saying that I've seen trailers and I've seen this game mentioned in like video essays about different kinds of games, but not in any kind of depth. But the blue goo, I believe, is some kind of creature, but I don't know more than that. Going that way? Yeah, my controller's still shaking. I think that it just didn't release properly. Alrighty. What? Oh, you can just... Alright. Right then. Going up. Where are we trying to get to? Just up where the birds are? Alright. Up, so I push the up button and not the down button. Bit more. There we go. Okay. So me opening those things actually helps if I were to, like, fall down or something, ending up lower than the things I opened I could use from lower down. That's what I'm understanding here. This character sounds female. Pretty androgynous. I could easily imagine this character as a young man or a young woman. But she sounds more female, so I'm going to refer to the character as female until otherwise demonstrated. Goodness, this is lagging my computer. It should not be lagging this computer. What is going on? Where am I trying to go? Back down before I... Okay. So there's a rough patch in the middle that I have to traverse, but mostly I'm just trying to reach straight up. Oakley dokley. And I... Got it. It's interesting how the stamina bar, like, the maximum stamina depletes over time as you climb. Wow, I thought there was going to be a top right there. There is not a top right there. I used all of my buttons. Yet my controller's still shaking. Oh boy. That's not healthy. I'm wondering if this game has any natural breakpoints where it would be nice to have as a stopping spot. Don't drift into the wall, please. Oh, that's cool. There's like this whole cavern, just like some kind of... Can't see them, but they look like maybe lizards or frogs or something. They're running like lizards. What is this? The giant chasm. Alright. Fair enough. I might have to turn the graphics settings down. I have a 4080, I should not be having problems with graphics here, but... come on. Perhaps if the game is less than optimal, there may still be problems with graphics. I assume... I'm not actually sure which way we're progressing. I'll look out here real quick, and then I'll go check out the thing back there. The other side of that crevasse. The plants are breathing. It doesn't feel safe. It did just autosave. Plants eat me if I get too close? No? Okay. They just pulse threateningly. Concernedly. One or the other. They don't look all that threatening, they're just plants, I suppose. Not to say that plants can't be threatening. Got this architecture, man. A combination of just regular walls and then like block walls. It's still confusing me. Maybe they're repairs or something? I don't know. I don't feel like this goes anywhere, so I'm gonna go check it out and then come back. Little piggy guy. The little piggy guy. What you doing? By goes anywhere, I mean it doesn't go farther up the cliff, which the interior route may. But this doesn't, I don't think, because it's not connected to the cliff directly. Hanging out here outside. It's here. Those are cool. Barnacle-looking brown things. The purple middles. I can go down there. Ooh, a thingy. Hey Bianca, how are things down there? I hear your boss sailed off into the horizon? Good riddance, I never liked him anyway. Things here at the hut are pretty quiet. Not many people stop by these days. A seasonal job when there are no more seasons. I'm starting to get bored. You can tell because I've started scratching letters. Tell me something to distract me, won't you? Oh, Emmy. Not sure how you would pronounce that. I'm going to go with Emmy. I'm so glad to hear from you. Yeah, I'm about as useful as a buoy on dry land, but no surprises there. You've been gone for a while, so maybe you don't know, but everything here is closed, except for old Ennio's shop. He's still raising his chocos. Bassa tried to convince him to leave with them. Remember Bassa, the little terror at the back of the classroom? They got caught in quite a gale. It was amazing. No one's dared try again since. Do you think they're going to keep you on if people stop coming by? You might be seeing more folks soon, though. I came across a classified ad. They're mounting an expedition to explore the crow's nest. I'd like that, but going off on an adventure with strangers? Ugh. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Heading for the clouds, huh? That sounds like quite something. I'll better stock the hold. I bet they'll come this way. You know what? You should join them. Come see me, too. You don't have any excuses since you're out of a job. Hee hee hee. It would be a nice change from the few stray travelers that still come by. Hey, the other day another climber got stuck at Weeping Rock Pass. Had to go fetch them. If only you could have seen them. Stupid enough to eat hay, as they say around here. Okay, it's settled. I'll be waiting for you. Weeping Rock Pass. Sounds like something I'll need to be careful about. Okay, let's go back around to the front. Yes. What was... kind of hut or something down here. That is a long fall. This would be a terrifying place to live. I don't know if somebody actually lived right here, or if they just worked right here, but in either case. Yeah, no, count me out. I'm not hugely afraid of heights, but that would do it. I would spend my entire time, like, glued to the wall. Also, that little piggy thing is cute. Hey, Bianca, you must have cast off for who knows where. I went back to the postal relay. Still no water. Surprise, surprise. Zali and Faz are still sorting through everything by hand, and I've gotten roped into helping with deliveries. Me, on Pebbleback? You can imagine what a sight that is. Even I'm laughing at myself. Still, why not, huh? It's a fresh start, and I quite like seeing the world as the mail comes in. Well, it would be nicer if this damn pebble would just change course when I ask it to. I'm telling you, it's stubborn, worse than old Yam. Honestly, though, what a nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to miss the tide at this rate. I left your mail by the door. Okay. Excuse me, piggy thing. Anything back here? Okay. Completed it with 1 stone. Alright. Yeah, I think for the next recording session I'll probably turn down the graphics a little bit and see if I get a little bit less jaggy issues and brief freezing when I'm trying to start climbing or whatever. Mostly smooth and every so often just hiccups. Some of these have a grid pattern cut into them. Okay. Oh. Camera, don't do that. Oh, that's what they're cutting those one things from. Chunks like that. That's pretty cool. It does look like coral bones or something. I don't know if bone is the right term. What is this? Is somewhere I can go? I don't see an obvious way to go there. Oh, from the top? Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's disorienting. Yeah, okay. This whole cliff just like sits over our head and stuff. That's great. That's not concerning at all. Camera's a little bit extra opinionated sometimes. Not a huge problem. But occasionally it's disorienting or uncomfortable. Logbook. 12 octaves after the Jusant. I'm finally leaving. I'm so happy I couldn't sleep a wink. At the old harbor master's office, a note caught my eye. It sounded like poetry. Expedition to the clouds, seeking hope and water. Join us at 12 octaves, Becca and Arlo's farm Highfield, to journey together. After spending so long marinating and trying to find meaning in life, it'll do me good to see the world, as Emmy would say. Hopefully we'll be stopping by her hut. Just the thought of seeing her again is enough to tell me I'm making the right decision. With any luck, there'll be other adventurers leaving from low tide. I don't want to make my way to the meeting point with the rest of the expedition all by myself. The only time I ever left here was for the harvest festivals when I was just a small fry. So an expedition like this is no small matter. They want to set sail for the clouds. Talking about setting sail, and I feel like there's no sailing to be done. Oh no, my parents, I forgot about them. What am I going to tell them? Hey folks, I'm off on an adventure. See you around if, and only if, I make it back alive. Of course, Bianca dear. Don't forget to bring snacks. I better not say anything. And I should bring snacks. What else? What do people normally take on this type of trip? One thing's for sure. What's a journey without a logbook? I've got it covered. I plan to make like the expeditions that set off for the salt plain in search of springs. I'm going to scatter my journal entries along the way for anyone who might come after us, starting with this message. That does explain the classic trope of just scattered journal pages, I suppose. Farewell, my lighthouse. You've welcomed me with wonder and have kept me company as I've pondered too much. You've always been there for me. I'm leaving you to the weave beaks, who will watch over you from the sky. And to watch over this message, I'm leaving one of my creations. Adventure calls. Bianca. That's a cute little carving. Little bird. But there was a thing below here. Can I go down? There was something down. How do I get down? I mean, I guess... or whatever. Like a climber, I suppose. You have to climb down the cliff to go to the bathroom. Okay. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah. There anything around the sides of this building? Look like it from this direction. Magical rope. Magical rope. What are you doing? Oh, wrong button. One of those there. Haven't fallen on a climb yet, but I feel like that is a thing that could happen. Doing. Do I want to? Oh, there's something over there. Nice. That's a view and a half. Wait. I can't. That's the range of my camera. Okay. Do I get farther up then? Aha. Whee! Wow. This is quite a structure. Am I trying to go in there? I don't think I'm trying to go in there. I think I'm trying to get to this wee little thing on the side. I feel like you could kind of stand on that, but that might just be a terrible idea. I might be underestimating how terrible an idea that is. I want you... Good thing our rope is magical. There's a statue, another carving of the birds. Ladder going up. Something back here. I asked Mo for help, but it's no use. The door won't budge. There's no way of knowing how its inner mechanisms work. Does it have anything to do with the lost ocean? Mo isn't much of a handyman either, but you'd think we would have been able to figure it out between the two of us. He had to weigh anchor. A date, he said. It's true he did seem rather dressed up to tinker around. Rather perfumed, too. None of this answers my questions. I've explored you from deck to hold, and I'm no further along than when I started. I still don't know what you could have been used for, my lighthouse. Your paintings seem to allude to water falling from the sky, but pfft, that's pretty vague. Now what am I supposed to do? Paintings? Mirror in here, or is the wall just strangely reflective at certain angles? I think the latter. Okay. There's a bed. Alright. Oh. Well, that didn't hurt, but it didn't like it, apparently. I pushed one too few buttons in the process of getting up there quickly and trying to chill. Ah, paintings. I know we're a great climber with a magical rope, but I don't think we can actually get up there unless there's some other way to do it. Around the side or back or something. Doesn't... I don't know. Like copper or something on the sides of it, that's pretty cool. Although it can't be copper because copper certainly would have oxidized. Unless it's coated with something, I suppose. Alright. What's this thing? Woke up. The little blue blob critter woke up. I'm glowing. What? He's like a blob frog. I love my blob frog. He is adorable. Grass? Oh. Huh. Pretty cool. All right. That's about an hour, and that seems like a fantastic place to stop. I'm having fun so far. This is a very interesting game. Vibes are pretty cool. I'm not quite sure that's grass. That looks more like the fleshy blue things. Too fleshy for grass, but it has cute little flowers. It does look more like a plant than a coral, but that might just be because it's green. I was hoping maybe it would rain, but that's probably too much to ask for this early in the journey. But I do wonder if the objective is to make it rain. I'm also pretty pleased that my blob frog is awake now. I want to rub his tummy. Can I rub his tummy? Oh, back in the pouch. Okay. Oh, everything's foggy. Maybe it was foggy before. I don't think it was foggy like that. I'm not sure. Anyway. I'm enjoying the game so far. And it seems pretty cool. The climbing is largely intuitive. It seems to make a fair amount of sense. It's not too complicated to deal with. There are tricky parts, but nothing awful. I don't know if this is a game where spoilers matter, but I'd prefer to go into it as blind as possible at this point anyway. So, hopefully we'll keep spoilers to a minimum, and yeah. I'll call it here. Have a great evening, everybody, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it is when you happen to be watching this. See you next time.